Well, certainly there have been explosive allegations made, not just in the book that's been leaked, but also in the television interviews that are going with it in order to promote the book, one in the US and one in the UK. Extracts have been seen from those already in the form of trailers. Prince Harry originally saying that he wants his father and his brother back, but he doesn't want to be part of the institution, he wants to be part of the family. And yet many are saying that with all of the revelations of what he said in the book, following those in the documentaries and the reality series, it doesn't seem at all like he wants to make peace with his family. The book, which was released early in Spain and also has been leaked extensively to the press, has several revelations, including that he used cocaine during his youth, that he lost his virginity to an older woman, that he had frostbite on his penis, and also that he's circumcised, that he killed 25 Taliban fighters, that he asked Prince Charles not to marry Camilla along with his brother, and that Kate made Meghan cry. Not to mention that Nazi costume that Prince Harry famously wore to a costume party. He now says that he blames his brother William and Kate for encouraging him to buy it and also laughing when he wore it. So people are really questioning his judgment, especially, I would say, those with military backgrounds who have been calling into question the idea of whether or not he should have announced that he has killed 25 Taliban fighters during his time in service.
There always seems to be two sides to the story, and like the fans that are watching this, whether you love or hate the ex-royals, which of these claims is likely to perhaps get the most backlash and which are perhaps the most surprising?
Well, in a way, this is much of the same, but the specifics and the details in a book over 400 pages long are bound to be more revelatory than other forms of press and media expression that the couple have been through since leaving the United Kingdom. And I think that there's plenty in there that is new for people to pore over. Royal gossip is, of course, popular. It's what's earning Harry and Meghan their very good living at the moment. So I think he's packed the book with facts that people might want to read about. That said, the leaks have been so extensive that it feels almost like everyone knows what's in the book before it's actually released. So we'll have to see if that's had a positive or negative effect on sales of the book. But people are questioning whether or not somebody, for example, who complained about their lack of security being provided by Britain, should have been putting effectively a target on their own back and their family's back by saying that they had killed 25 members of the Taliban whilst in service. This, of course, could provoke some sorts of retaliation, either focused at them or at British troops in general around the world. And that's something that I think has been met with quite a lot of disapproval across the board. And it's errors of judgment like that, as they're being seen, that are calling into question whether or not the Duke has much of a future with the family or with the monarchy in the future. Whether or not he wants one is another matter, because now, based in America, he and Meghan Markle, of course, seem more interested in their life as celebrities.
And as per usual, no comments from the palace, but King Charles has pleaded with both of his sons not to make, quote, his final years a misery. What more do we know about this?
Yes, other revelations in the book are about the discussions between King Charles and his two sons. For example, Harry opens the book by saying that after Prince Philip's funeral, he met with his father and his brother, but as soon as he saw them arriving, he said a bit late, he could tell they were in for something more like a duel than a conversation. He says they interrupted him constantly. They said they didn't understand why he'd left the country. They were unsympathetic generally towards his complaints. And indeed, it's said in the book that King Charles asked his two sons to keep calm and not to make his final years any more difficult. Not sure if that message has got through really to Prince Harry, who seems to be doing all he can to embarrass the royal family. Some are saying that it's a form of revenge that he seems to be taking. In the television interview extract that's been released already in the promotional activity in support of the book, he said that he tried privately behind the scenes to make peace with his family and that didn't work. And though that seems to be why he's taken this nuclear option of going to the press and publicising the private conversations that he had with his family, that of course seems unlikely to provoke a positive response from the palace, from his father. And then of course there's the discussion over whether or not he'll be invited to the coronation due to take place in May. In that interview due to be aired on UK TV, Harry said that there's a lot of time between now and then and much could happen, and the ball, he said, is in their court.